Alright, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be uploading two Bitcoin videos. After I upload this Bitcoin video, we are going to be microdosing the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve. So if you are interested in that, keep an eye out. This will be uploaded probably about 5 or 10 minutes after I upload this Bitcoin video. So let's jump into the short-term analysis. Now, there is honestly not much to talk about. I talked about this in yesterday's video when we came down to our trend line. I said, as long as we don't have a daily close below 39,000, I remain exceptionally bullish on Bitcoin. If we come into the lower time frames, I actually talked about this this morning when I made an altcoin alert video, but we were forming a bearish pennant, and recently in the past 12 hours we have had a break above it, and we are forming a green red green formation, which is very nice. We are pushing above the close of the previous red candle, and all in all we are looking very nice in the lower time frames. In the 4 hour, the bears still have control of the downtrend, but you can see the bulls are trying to come back. You can see these dark red candles coming in, and I think we're about to see a switch very soon over to a more bullish stance on the squeeze mom. On the 4 hourly, you can see previously, as we literally exactly bottomed, it still did take another 8 hours or so for us to switch over to a bullish phase. Here when we bottomed, we actually took, multiple days for it to recognize that we're switching over to a bullish phase. These squeeze bombs, they do not call the exact bottoms. However, they do show you when momentum is starting to subside, and it can be indicative of a bottom slash top depending on what side of the scale you're on these squeeze momentum curves. If we look at what's going on right now, we're having a huge momentum shift that has not started to gear up. We had this momentum shift on the 18th of April, and we've been traveling to the side since then. We're literally at the exact same price as we were when this fired that the bulls were taking control. So this makes me exceptionally bullish. The fact that we're seeing consolidation before this huge rally, in my opinion, is just more fuel to the fire. The fact that we're maintaining the line down here, holding our ground, and day by day gradually ascending along this trend line is very strong in my opinion. Now, if we look at what we've previously done before, because you can see we've had a few momentum shifts while we are in this channel. The last major momentum shift we had, we went from a bearish phase down here. The bears were in control. It started to subside on the 24th of January, and we soon put in a 31% rally. From this momentum shift, you can see the 28th of February, we had a momentum shift at 37,600, and let's see where we came up to. We had a momentum shift up a 28% increase. That was very impressive. Now, what I'm about to say may shock a lot of people, but in the next 3 to 4 weeks, I have a price target of 49,500 for one Bitcoin. I think we're going to do something like this, where we're going to W out. You can see we've got the first line here. We'd be coming back for a double back test, and the reason I think we're going to W out and mainly come back to make one more higher low is because what have we done before when we're in here? Well, you can see we W'd out. Here, we W'd out. Here, we W'd out. So I have no inkling in my mind that we might not W out. Every single time we seem to come to a bottom here, we W out, and when we come to the top, you can see we've got the inverse. We M out. We didn't actually do an M here. Maybe if we come down to the lower time frames we did, but once again you can see we've got these M's and W's. There's a plethora of M's and W's all in this chart. I believe a W is about to unfold for Bitcoin, and we are about to head to the higher time frames. Well, not the higher time frames, we're about to head for higher price targets upwards of 49,500. Now, if we come over to the weekly time frame, I want to talk about the last weekly momentum shift we had, because it was one to be seen for sure. Now, if we look at this bullish run that we put in, you can see we'll go on this momentum shift. So we had the most recent momentum shift on the weekly time frame coming in at the 26th of July. If we take a price measurement tool, you can see we soon ensued with a 95% rally from this flip of the weekly bearish squeeze mom over to a bullish phase. And you can see we're gearing up for it right now. We're gaining momentum as we're getting ready to push back above this previous or at least we're about to push above the heart line and head up to much higher price targets. I think this could play over weeks and months. I would like to highlight, since we had our most recent momentum shift, it was down here on the 14th of March. We've only moved up 5%. I don't think it's out of the question to say Bitcoin can move up 25% or 30% up to my price target 49,500. I also don't think it's out of the question to say Bitcoin could have a year-on rally where we do come up and take out the all-time high. I am of the opinion that Bitcoin will be coming up to 100,000 by the end of this year. I at least think within the next 6 months we are going to be coming out and taking out 69,000. That is just my opinion on the weekly time frame. Let me know what you think about this, but we are gaining momentum back to the upside. This is such a good sight to be seen. You can see how big these momentum shifts are. Look at these momentum shifts when the bulls lose control. This momentum shift carried us down 51%. What was this momentum shift? This momentum shift carried us down 50%. When we had a rally, like we said, it was a 95% rally. The previous rally we had when the bears were losing control on this one was a 460% rally. These are huge macro indicators that are currently calling for much higher price targets on Bitcoin. For that reason, and for the reasons that we talked about in this ascending channel, building support, breaking out of this ascending / descending triangle, let's just call it an asymmetrical triangle. We broke out of this, we're coming back, we're back testing it. I think we're off to the races. I think the bottom's already in. I think if we need to have one last fake out, 39,000 will hold. That is what I think is going to be going on for Bitcoin. I do think we are going to be coming up to here in approximately 21 days. And you might be thinking, why 21 days? Well, historically, if we mark the bottoms down here, this took 20 days from the bottom. This impulse from here to here, this took only 8 days to move back up to the top. This impulse took 16 days to head to the top. So, you know, normally once we find a macro bottom, we do start to head up. But here's where the 21 days comes in. If you move it back to the point where we put in our first W, so obviously we don't have anything else we can W from. If we just go up in a straight line like this, there is no W. We would need to come up, come down, and then push up, and then you could see we'd have a W pattern like this to break out from. And if we measure 21 days in advance, this would be predicting a top or a local top up here at 49,500 in 21 days at the 14th of May. This has happened quite a few times. Whether you know, this one was 20 days when we W'd out from the first sign of the W, 20 days until the top of the channel. Here, from the first W, 21 days. Here, we could be setting it up again, another 20 to 21 days. In my opinion, in the next month, Bitcoin's going to be at 49,500. Let's see how this prediction holds up. I'm calling for a 49,500 Bitcoin on the 14th of May, as long as we don't close a daily below 39,000. That is all I see for Bitcoin. I am about to record or publish the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curves. So after this video is up, if you did want to go check that one out, go check it out. It'll be up in approximately 10 minutes after I upload this one. This is all I've got for you today for the standard Bitcoin price. After this video, let's go microdose the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curves together. That's all I've got for you today. As always, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion on the market. And you've always got to know what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.